Hello.
How you guys doing?
Where are you off to, sir?
What's that?
Where are you off to?
Just a publicly accessible area to take some photographs of City Hall. I see you guys got some kind of policy or something with the mayor's order or something?
Yeah, you can't videotape.
Well, this is a violation of the United States Constitution.
Well,
Can I help you with something?
No, I don't need any help. I'm all set.
Okay. Is there a reason why that you're filming?
Yeah, I'm
I'm sorry, Dan?
Dan, yeah.
Dan from Jeff. I'm going to have to ask you to stop recording. Okay, and here's our policy. You're welcome to read it over. Take it, whatever you want. After conferring with our law department, I'm going to have to ask you to stop recording or leave. Or I'm going to have to ask you to turn off your camera.
I
You can
definitely
stay
not
here
gonna
and turn off the camera.
All right, well, I mean, as long as you're gonna say that I can be here, as long as I don't run my camera, I appreciate that because that'll go good with the court case for myself. But yeah, I mean, that's why I also want here to make sure you guys don't leave people's personal information out to the public.
In this office or this is final record, you can't record in here.
This is
personal
open to the public. This little public lobby. To hear from you guys that if I don't leave, I'm going to be trespassed and arrested, and then we can take it up in court. But before you guys do that, I do ask you to honor your oaths, because you guys have sworn an oath to the Constitution, not to the mayor's executive orders, and I have the freedom of the press, and I have not violated any law.
Here is gonna grab some information from you.
Yeah, I'm not
right?
gonna. I don't wish to waive any Fourth Amendment rights. So.
You were trespassing, so we do need your name.
Well, you guys verbally trespassed me and I left. That's it. You don't get name.
I need your name to document. You know.
No, thank you.
What's your last name?
My last name is Good Citizen.
Just hang out until he
Am I
comes
being
back.
detained?
Yeah, just hang out until he
I'm
comes back.
detained right now?
Yeah, just
For
hang
what
out.
crime?
Just hang out.
What crime am I being detained for?
Like I said, hang out for a minute.
I'm gonna walk away unless you tell me what crime I'm being detained for.
You can walk away. We'll catch up with you if we need to.
Listen, y'all, these kids want to act up in school, want to go to school and embarrass you, want to make like they got no home training. So I told my son, don't go to school embarrassing no more. I take care of you, son. I give you anything you want. I discipline you. But you're going to embarrass me like this? No, so now I'm going to cut his hair.
Oh, I gotta ask you.
Send him to school with all of it.
Hey, do me a favor. Wait, SWAT guys. Now I saw you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification. You're not getting it.
Don't embarrass me. I told him, don't embarrass me. No.
Down here today in Schenectady, New York, at Schenectady City Hall, down here to perform a First Amendment Audit and Civil Rights Investigation and employee conduct check on this public building. It is March 14th, 2024, about 55 degrees out today, and nice size City Hall. Very beautiful looking building, very nice looking inside, so let's go ahead and make sure the employees are as nice looking as this building. Got us using the side door, it looks like, so let's go ahead and get around the side. Steps are just not usable, or if what the deal is.
hello.
How you guys doing?
Where are you off to, sir?
What's that?
Where are you off to?
Just a publicly accessible area to take some photographs of City Hall. I see you guys got some kind of policy or something with the mayor's order or something?
Yeah, you can't videotape.
Well, this is a violation of the United States Constitution is the problem.
If you want to go around and videotape like the building, like architectural stuff like
No,
that.
I want to videotape what's available to the public here.
What's that?
I'm inside the building and like the clerk's office, what's pamphlets are available, all the stuff on the inside.
Rooms and stuff like that, I think you could do, but it's like, a lot of people here doing personal business, that's why they don't want people videoing people who are videoing.
Oh yeah, I'm not here to
People
catch
doing
anybody's personal
doing
information.
Personal stuff and business and things like that.
But wherever the public's allowed, the press is allowed, and I'm here under the freedom of the press. So
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, no.
as long as that's not going to be a problem, I'm not going to
I
be in
was-
here video recording over somebody's
I think
shoulder
if
and
you-
try to get to
Right,
personal
I was
information.
limiting it to the architecture and the rooms and what's
Yeah.
here available.
You're good to go.
I don't see a problem with that, but if I guess we're, somebody complains that there's somebody
All right.
infringing on their private personal business that they're
I just want to
dealing
make sure it's not
Something
unconstitutional
like that.
policy. I don't want to have to file litigation against the city to keep a journalist out, but
Yeah, they've already done that. I've already been done.
what's that?
Somebody trying to sue to say that they can't do that with their lawsuit.
I got good lawyers.
Are you with a paper or a press or something like that?
Yeah, I work for a
Or-
news organization. I'm a private independent journalist. You guys are working at the police station?
What's that?
You guys are police officers?
We're a facet of the police department, yeah, for security.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Old building. Maintenance. Authorized employees only. How you doing?
Hi.
Just signing to take some photos of the office.
Okay.
Don't need any help. Thank you.
We can go through all of our messages.
Look at this stairwell, guys. It's gorgeous. How you doing? Just down here to take some photographs of the office, what's available for the public, and I don't actually need any help.
Okay.
Got your, I think, a couple days off.
Yeah, I'm usually not here. I'm just
helping for today, so I can get out of your way.
Oh, you're fine. You don't have to. If you don't want to be in it, you don't have to, of course. Staring right now. Absolutely gorgeous. Marble, everything. Oh, wow. Boy, I can't make a building like this no more, huh?
What's that?
They don't make buildings like this anymore. This would cost a mint nowadays.
Building, that's for sure.
Absolutely gorgeous, this building. Every facet of this thing.
Can I help you with something?
No, I don't need any help. I'm all set.
Is there a reason why that you're filming?
Yeah, I'm a journalist working on a story, just disseminating what the building looks like to the public, what's available. Office wraps around. We went in this door over here. It actually wraps around the inside here, around the other side of the staircases. Not too much. How you doing?
Looking for something?
No, just taking some pictures of the building, what's available for the public. Just working on a little story on the City Hall. But yeah, I don't need any help. I'll just take a couple photos, be on my way. person out here. Assistant to the mayor.
Oh, right here.
Hi, sir. What was your name again?
My name is Dan.
I'm sorry, Dan?
Dan, yeah.
Dan from Jeff. I'm going to have to ask you to stop recording. Okay, and here's our policy. You're welcome to read it over. Take it, whatever you want. After conferring with our law department, I'm going to have to ask you to stop recording or leave. Do you want to get special permission from the mayor's office?
Oh, no, I don't ask for special permission for my constitutional rights.
If you don't want to stop recording, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. If you're trespassing.
I mean, I'll leave under threat of arrest for sure. But then, you know, I'm not filing that lawsuit for sure. But, like, unless I'm being, I mean, if I'm being asked to leave, I'm just going to have to decline.
You have to have consent per the executive order of anybody who's being recorded.
Yeah, that's just not the facts, though. It's not true. Like, I'm going to just, you know, take pictures of the building, what's available to the public.
I'm going to have to ask you to stop or leave.
I'm going to...
Or we're going to have the police come over and remove
I'm going to decline, but I mean, if the police want to come and trespass me, I'm more than happy to have that happen. If they ask me to leave and tell me I'm going to be arrested if I don't leave.
It's our understanding that you've been filming people without their consent.
Yeah, they're in public.
Not workers are not in public. They're
they're
working. They're performing.
I have a constitutional right to video record public servants beyond your average citizens in the course of their duties.
Well, that's a court case we'll have to deal with later.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
but for now, we're going to have to ask you to leave.
I'm gonna. If you're asking me to leave, I'm gonna have to respectfully decline.
Well, you can leave, or I'm going to have to ask you to turn off your camera.
I definitely
you can stay
not
here
gonna
and turn off the camera.
All right. Well, I mean, as long as you're gonna say that I can be here, as long as I don't run my camera, I appreciate that because that'll go good with the court case for myself. But I'm gonna. If you're asking me to leave, I'm gonna have to respectfully decline because I have a right to be here.
Okay.
I have a right to film in public.
Well, how about this? I'm going to ask you to leave. If you don't want to leave on your own, we're going to have to call the police and have them removed.
Yeah, if they want to come here and tell me that I'm going to be arrested for trespassing, I will. If they tell me I have to leave or under threat of arrest, I'll leave peacefully.
Okay.
It's not going to be like kicking and screaming.
Right, no, we appreciate
it'll
that.
It'll be peacefully, but
yeah, I appreciate that.
I need that standing for court.
You know, if you're looking for a lawsuit or something, you go for it. Do what you got to do, dude.
It is what it is. So
you know,
I'm going to respectfully decline unless it's a threat of arrest from law enforcement, and I'll gladly leave without any issues.
Okay.
And we'll take it up in court. You know, we could do that peacefully, for sure.
Hey, how you doing? See you.
Of course, Erie County fam, I always like you to be the most educated on the block, so let me introduce you to Schenectady's chief of police shaking this man's hand, who is clearly an order follower, oath-breaking chief of police who fouls the mayor's executive order to violate your rights.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
So,
why don't we go downstairs now, though, because you can't be filming in here.
Yeah, of course we can.
No,
there's public records out here to take pictures of.
Mine your way.
All sorts of stuff on the walls to disseminate to the public, so.
There's the directions and there's all the rest.
Yeah, we're file workers. We have people socials and stuff. We can't have recording here.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I also want here to make sure you guys don't leave people's personal information out to the public.
In this officer, this is final record. You can't record in here.
This is open to the public, this little public lobby.
Steve's home.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Okay.
I'm not down here to try to catch people's personal information.
No, but we don't know what you're going to do with these videos either.
I'm publishing them to
Sir, someone
dissemination of
is
the public.
actually writing down their information.
I know, I'm being very careful. I'm being respectful. There's old books down here. don't know why they're trying to hide this beautiful building from the public to be able to see it. It's kind of crazy. That's in a public accessible area.
Right here to your left. Right here, first one right here.
Definitely not the brightest of places. This is all courts up here?
What's that?
This court up here? I gotta go up to the courts. There is an actual law against filming in the courts. But not in City Hall. Is there a basement to this place, or is it just the first floor in here?
Ground floor.
This floor and
This
then the
floor
courts?
and the courts.
Gotcha. I think the only last place to get some photographs possibly this meeting room. Then we'll wait and see what the police have to say. Looks like the meeting room is going to be busy with a meeting. How you doing? I'm just here to take some pictures of the publicly accessible area of this little lobby here. I don't need any help, and just take a couple photos and be on my way. Thank you. It's the mayor's lobby here. Damn, I should have gotten that council room before they got in there.
We got a meeting going on.
You know if this meeting's open to the public, or?
It does not appear to be, no. Usually their announcements that there's an open meeting.
Something like a knock on the door, you think, and ask, or?
I'm not going to disturb them.
No.
Please don't.
Lighting in here. This water fountain built right into the wall. Doesn't work no more.
I don't think so. I said, well, I don't think.
Suppose we'll just wait for the police and we'll talk to them and pretty much done.
If you're done, you can just go.
Well, I'll just wait for the police for sure because I want to challenge that policy in court because it's unconstitutional and I don't think it'll survive a good attorney and the Constitution.
You have to leave once the police stop.
He goes.
Yes.
City attorney's soft.
There you go. Thanks, guys.
How you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good, name and fashion, right?
Beltran. 5'7".
Right?
Romano 52.
Alright, yeah, they're saying that there's some policy here, that executive order that trumps the Constitution, and
Gave you a copy of that, right?
I don't agree with it, but without being legally trespassed by a law enforcement officer, I can't, challenge it in court, so I'm not trying to be disorderly or leave in cuffs or much of a confrontation. I just need to hear from you guys that if I don't leave, I'm going to be trespassed and arrested. And then we can take it up in court. But before you guys do that, I do ask you to honor your oaths, because you guys swore an oath to the Constitution, not to the mayor's executive orders. And I have the freedom of the press, and I have not violated any laws or anything today. So, I mean, I've taken photographs of everything I need, and I'm pretty much on my way out. But I don't want to be told I have to leave because I'm a journalist, and so what I'm asking you guys to do is disregard this general order that I can't be here. I'll take another lap around 5 minutes and I'll leave on my own. Or, and then on top of it, to say that I can be here.
What was your first name?
My name is Dan.
Dan?
So for them to say that I can be here if I don't run a camera is an absolute violation of the Constitution. Is the sergeant coming?
Yeah. Yep.
Perfect. Get him as well. So I mean, for him to say that I can be here, I'm not trespassing, right? To be filming the city hall, the architecture, what's on the walls. I'm not here collecting people's personal information. I'm not being
There's also videoing the girls in the tax office.
I mean, and on top of public employees, you know yourself that you are subject to being video recorded. That's a constitutional right.
Which is fine. Yeah, if you want to step outside, we can record all you want. We got a conversation outside. But there is a executive order from the mayor saying that you can't record in this building.
Yes, that just violates the Constitution. You swore an oath.
And that's your opinion, what you're entitled to.
Sergeant?
Hey, how are you?
So I was talking to them, and I'm just here as a journalist, elected under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. Just video recording what's available down here on the walls. Some of my public servants at work, which is a constitutional right, and they're telling me that I have to leave, but I think that's a violation of the Constitution. And like I told these guys, I'm not here to be disorderly. I'm not here to cause a scene. I'm definitely not collecting anybody's personal information. But I think that the policy or this executive order that the mayor put, I think it's unconstitutional, and I'm asking you and these officers here today to honor your oath that you swore to the Constitution, not the mayor's executive order, and not violate my rights and trespass me from this building. Now, I believe that policy is wholly unconstitutional. I've been across the entire state doing this in many city halls. I've never yet been trespassed from a city hall. So I'm asking you guys to let me video recording here. I'll take another lap around this lobby here, 3-4 minutes, and I'll leave on my own accord. Or if you guys say I can't and I'm going to be trespassed, and if I don't leave, I'll be arrested. I'll leave without incident, without having to go in handcuffs, arrested to the ground, or nothing like that. But that way, if you say that I'm going to be arrested and I'm leaving under threat of arrest, I have standing in court. So if you guys are willing to violate your oath that you took to the Constitution over this executive order, and if you want to say to me right now, Dan, if you don't leave right now, you're going to be trespassed, and if you don't leave after that, we're going to arrest you. I'll leave. We'll take it up in court, or we can go the more civil route where you guys just honor your oath and allow me to take another lap around the corridor here, video record some walls, and I'll leave on my own accord.
Yep. Listen, at the end of the day, the last thing we want to do is have to come down to City Hall and put somebody in handcuffs for trespassing. Unfortunately, I and these guys cannot let you walk around here recording.
But you can let me walk around here without the camera on?
If you have business here, then yeah, absolutely.
I have official business here right now, which is collecting information for a story as a journalist.
Yep.
Which is taking pictures of the City Hall.
Do you have your papers from your journalist?
Yeah, I got my press pass right here.
Permission from the mayor's office.
So that's my official press pass. That is the United States Constitution. Freedom of press, no law shall prohibit the free exercise of that. So.
Yep. You're more than welcome to walk around here if you have official business. As far as the camera goes, you can't record. That we're not going to budge on, unfortunately. And if you refuse what we're telling you, then we will put you in handcuffs and unfortunately arrest you.
So if I don't leave, because I'm video recording, you'll arrest me?
Correct.
All right. So then I will leave.
Okay.
But I just want to make it clear, and then you guys are all backing this up. Can I get your name and badge number real quick?
Yep, Sergeant Otati, 2029.
So, all right, so you guys are going to be named defendant on this,
yep.
And along with the mayor and the city and all that. And I know you guys don't care, because, you know, you're just following orders.
That's exactly it. Ultimately, he's our boss. That's the order that he put on this building.
You're just following orders.
That's exactly it.
That's exactly it. Understand, like, can we step outside?
Go outside, sure.
I'd
Yeah,
like to have a further conversation, but I don't want to be. So you guys understand the implications of just following orders, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, we're basing that off of the executive order. I think you walked by it twice.
Yeah, but you swore an oath to the Constitution. Plus, I walked by it when I walked in, just so we're clear. When I walked in, I asked him, I said, I see this policy about filming. I said, what's the deal with that? He said, as long as you're just filming the building and that, you're fine. They let me pass here with the camera rolling, so that's all on video, but...
And they shouldn't have.
But my problem is that you guys swore an oath. Don't you guys understand the implications of why the people hate you guys? Why the public has no trust to the police? Because you guys swore an oath to the Constitution.
Partly inaccurate.
Oh, I don't think it's inaccurate at all. Okay. Erie County Fam, let me know if you think it's inaccurate that the people hate the police because they do not honor their oath. They do not follow the Constitution, and they will order foul from a mayor's executive order that contradicts the United States Constitution. Leave a comment in the comment section. But to further prove the point that the people of Schenectady are sick and tired of these tyrant police, after I walk away, these police are going to follow me, and citizens of this very city are going to run the police off for following me and harassing me down the road. So stay tuned after I walk away and watch the citizens of this very city run these police off for me.
All right.
But what I'm saying, don't you guys understand the implications of just following orders? Like, doesn't that... Like, that means nothing to you? You're just going to follow an order even if it's unconstitutional?
I don't believe it's unconstitutional. I don't believe so. You're more than welcome to be inside of the building if you have official business here.
Yeah, my official business is journalism.
Okay, and
that is official business.
And you can observe whatever it is that you need or want to observe with your eyes. As far as the camera goes, it's not welcome here, and it's against that executive order.
You know why it's not welcome here?
We've had issues in the past with recording,
like
in this building.
But yeah, me, you're just going to violate everybody's rights because you had a problem with one person?
Anyone that comes in there that records, yes, they're not welcome to record, unfortunately.
Why do you say unfortunate? Because you know it's a violation of the Constitution?
No, because you're looking to record and we're telling you that you can't. So it's
well, I know I legally can.
Okay.
But I guess there's nothing more to say. I mean, you're just an order follower. I mean, you're not a constitutional, you're not going to uphold your oath. I mean, in my opinion, you guys are just shitbags. Honestly.
Well, we appreciate that. All right, we have other things that we need to
I
go
don't
and take
appreciate
care of,
you, though.
Okay.
And the people who watch this are not going to appreciate you.
And that's fine. And that's fine, but I know there are plenty of people that do. So
there's plenty of people there's plenty of people that will lick your boots.
This officer here is going to grab some information from you.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I don't want to waive any Fourth Amendment rights. So.
You were trespassing, so we do need your name.
Well, you guys verbally trespassed me and I left. That's it. You don't get name.
We need your name to document.
No, thank you.
What's your last name?
My last name is Good Citizen. And I don't wish to waive my Fourth Amendment right. I'm not giving any names out. And you guys verbally trespassed me. I left. If I stayed and got trespassed, then you would have the right to my name, but you don't. It's a Fourth Amendment violation. I'm not handing that out. But you guys have a good day. I'm not giving out any information.
They looking for it in there?
So, I mean, it's just the way it is.
Where are you from, Dan?
I'm from New York.
You just drove up here today to do this, or you staying in the area?
I'm not answering any more questions. I appreciate you guys, though, you know, out there taking care of things that are of importance, you know, like actual criminal matters, but this is ridiculous. So, am I being detained?
What's that?
Am I being detained?
Just hang out until you
Am I being detained?
Yeah, just hang out until you
I'm detained right now?
Yeah, just hang
For
out.
what crime?
Just hang out.
What crime am I being detained for?
Like I said, hang out for a minute.
I'm gonna walk away unless you tell me what crime I'm being detained for.
You can walk away. We'll catch up with you if we need to.
Yeah. This is the law enforcement down here. They want to detain me for no crime. So that's Schenectady City Hall. Trespassed me for taking photos, and you clearly hear them say that I can be here if I don't record, and that, I mean, that's as violation as it gets. So we'll see what happens from here. I don't know if they're gonna follow me and try to detain me more. We'll see. Take it for a walk, I guess.
I like that. I like that. What y'all doing? You still ordering?
Nah.
What is it?
I'm Mr. Erie County.
It's what?
I'm Mr. Erie County. You guys follow me for a reason? You guys need me? I mean, I'm not trying to run from you guys, but I'm not trying to be detained either.
Yeah, you heard that. Just taking a walk. You dirty ass. Shut with them. They harassing. That's what they doing.
It sure feels like harassment. I'm not trying to run from you guys. I'm just trying to walk away. So I mean, if you guys need me,
Yo, what's your badge number? Yo, what's your name and badge number? Public servant.
I'm not scared of you guys in any manner.
What's your name and badge public servants. They just tyrants. Public servants. They just tyrants. What's your name and badge number? This is. What's your name and badge number? You're on the clock right now. You guys need something? You're on the clock right now. What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? I'm gonna go to court for both of y'all.
Let's watch your mouth.
Watch what mouth? Suck my speech. Suck my suck my man. Talking about? Ain't no hate speech. That's what we do. That's not hate speech. What you talking about? I tell you a hate speech, I'm gonna your wife. What you talking about? Stop harassing people, bro. Come on, this is what you doing with our taxpayer money? Okay. This is what you with our tax money? That's what they do.
These cops are getting run off by citizens right now.
This is what they do with our tax hard paid money. They sit around and harass people. That's what they do. Come on, Schenectady County.
You guys are dismissed. Get back to work.
They do this all day in Hamilton Hill, harass us for no reason. Come on. They tight right now. Look at it. They all walked the out of here. And I'm going to Supreme Court for both of them too. I'm pressing charges on them. That's what I'm pressing charges on them, gangster. Look, they walked away. They said they're harassing him. We like, yo, we in the car. Like, yo, what's going on? They following him.
Walking.
Yeah, so I'm recording it.
He's like a New York State audit.
I'm like New York State audit times 10.
See, New York State times. Pulled out the camera. He said, "Why are you following me?" He turned around, started following me.
I got backed up by these citizens here.
Say that again.
They're
Come on,
sick of
man.
these fucking shitbag
Look, and we
tyrants.
so good.
I
We
got
from
trust-
Hamilton Hill, and that's all they do, harass us. They slash our name saying we bad people. We ain't bad people. We don't do nothing wrong. Come on. We know the law. You see
They tried
that?
to detain me over there, and
Yeah,
I
they mad. What are they
asked
trying
them
to
what
detain you
crime they're detaining me for. They couldn't say it. I said, if you guys ain't telling me a crime,
Come
I'm
on.
walking away.
Exactly.
What
Nobody.
were they
And
trying
they
to
said,
detain you
if
for
we,
anyway?
probably trespassing inside
No
City Hall.
trespassing. This is public.
For video recording in public inside City Hall.
Oh, I'm
Not
about to do the same
trespassing.
thing.
Go inside there
Watch
and video
your shit.
record.
Yo, they about to be mad.
Watch this.
Look at this little road pirate.
Hey, tyrant.
Hey.
Suck it.
Hey.
Suck it. Tyrant. Suck it.
Look at this little road pirate going at it.
Yo, New York State Audit. We just met. Oh my. Now that's the last bit. No, but stay on the side. Stay on the sidewalk. You never spoke up.
Get money.
Look at it.
We get money.
Driving. That's what they driving in. Cool. 36 SPD.
Alright, I got badge numbers now.
Whoa, that's another one.
2, dirty ass decal is 35.
We gonna sue him. Sorry.
Terrible.
We gonna sue him though.
He on the clock.
They thought I was running from them.
Yeah, nice
They're out,
day,
of
man.
they're out of their mind and they think I'm running from them.
Yeah, you got a YouTube channel or some shit?
I do.
You do?
Check me out. I'm auditing Erie County.
What is it?
Auditing Erie County.
Yes. Auditing
Just showed up right away.
Erie County. Man, I'm about to, this I still got 105,000 subscribers.
Yo, nice meeting you. Listen, I have
so many videos of them harassing me every
I want it
Listen,
all. I want
what?
it all. You got my email. I want it all.
Yo,
I
we
wanna
gonna send
expose
them
it
everything.
all.
Listen, I got so
Right
many.
now, I got a
listen.
lawsuit with them.
They want to pull us at the car, harass us, always put us on the ground, all types of shit for no reason.
They wanted my name. I wouldn't give it to them.
You can't give it to them. You
And
don't
they
need
tried to
to.
detain me. I asked them for what crime. He wouldn't tell me, so I walked away. Then they followed me.
Whoa.
And when I realized they're following me, I turned around and walked back. I'm like, you think I'm running from you?
Yo,
I'm
Oh, that's
running?
when we was.
Yo,
Yeah,
we
that's
in
when
the
you
car.
guys-
I'm
that's
looking.
why I
I'm
ran
like,
into
yo,
you guys.
what's
I'm
going
like,
on? Why they
and
harassing?
then all
Because
of a
this is what
sudden
they do to us.
I got citizens out here.
Yes.
This is one time they tried to pull up on me when I was in the car.
Look. Look.
I didn't want to give. I wasn't giving them nothing. I was on property.
And they own our property. They won't even get off. That's all they do. Schenectady PD.
You guys know New York Audit?
Oh yeah, we
there's
know the
audit.
one
Yeah,
kid.
hell yeah.
We be watching him.
Dragged me out the car, so I locked the door. I said, "Call your sergeant."
No, we got some videos. We're gonna send
Hell
them a
yeah.
post.
Yeah, I don't think
You heard? No, we got some videos. When I tell
Yeah, you gotta.
Show
Hell yeah.
we got some videos. I ain't gonna lie to you. We got some videos.
And Erie County fam, you can bet your bottom dollar we're going to show you all these videos of these oath-breaking Schenectady PD. They're on my list, for sure. Litigation incoming, 100%. So make sure you guys are subscribed and you hit that thumbs up to get the outreach to this video. But one point I wanted to point out was about how these citizens who are sick and tired of these tyrannical Schenectady PD police officers ran them off right after that police officer told us. Understand the implications of why the people hate you guys, why the public has no trust to the police, because you guys swore an oath to the Constitution.
Partly inaccurate.
Oh, I don't think it's inaccurate at all. Well, I don't know what you guys just seen here in the city of Schenectady, but it looked like the police were hated by these citizens who ran them off. But this officer seems to think that's partially inaccurate, but it looked pretty accurate to me. And if you think that these city of Schenectady is going to get away with trespassing Erie County and the Erie County Fam out of City Hall, you best be mistaken, because we will be filing litigation against the city. We will challenge that all the way up to the Supreme Court of the United States if we have to, because we will eliminate that order. And if you haven't seen it so far, Long Island Audit recently visited this after me, about a week or two after, and got arrested in the City Hall for filming as well. So there's going to be multiple litigation levels coming to City Hall of Schenectady, New York, coming soon.
He said, you need permission from the mayor's office. No, you don't.
That's funny how this cop just told me that all the people here love them and they don't violate rights, and then they got two people running them down.
You guys are a reporter?
Oh, he's the best out here ever.
Auditors.
You work for?
Auditors.
Himself, he's self-made.
Self-made. We're against the state because the state is bad.
All police officers, all they do is harass.
Okay, I need to talk to you guys.
That's the guy right there.
All right.
Standing out in front of Schenectady City Hall for about 3 minutes, and let me tell you, the tips are rolling in, and the corruption down here is big, and we are going to expose it all. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure you hit that thumbs up, and be ready for the next one, because we are not done reporting on Schenectady, the city of corruption here in New York, one of the only city halls to violate people's rights and trespass them for trying to expose corruption. I will be breaking more stories, and stay tuned because litigation is coming for this executive order from this tyrannical, communist mayor. Also, Erie County fam, if you've not seen Sean from Long Island's arrest video, I will link both of them in the description. But this is some footage that I like to show a little bit of and commentate just a tiny bit. But if you want to see the rest, you're going to have to go to Long Island Audit and check out these full videos.
This is not a game. It is not we get to live stream in the police station and continue with our show. So I'm going to give you the professional courtesy to offer you one opportunity to say, I will turn it off so you have a charge. Otherwise, it's just going to die.
What's your name, Sergeant?
It's Sergeant Gannon.
Sergeant Gannon.
You have no right to record in the police station or during the arrest process. Put yourself in my shoes for a minute and I'll tell you the reality of what happens when we give people the ability to use their phones. They do all sorts of stuff that they misrepresent when we're talking about that. I'm just going to turn my phone off, because if I give you your phone, then all of a sudden you end up showing your face on the bench, making a show of it for the people, doing more than just turning it off.
Sergeant Gannon, put yourself in the public's shoes for just a minute, and I'll tell you the reality of what happens when we, the people, give authority and a little tin badge to cops like you. They do all sorts of stuff, these cops. They misrepresent. They swear an oath to the Constitution, and then they don't even follow it. They make unlawful arrests. Well, if you don't want your face on camera, here's a thought. Honor your oath, you dirtbag tyrant.
We've given people the professional courtesy of letting them make a phone call from their personal device, which is usually not what we do, from our secure area instead of the phone when the wires are crossed and being, stupid, and they call somebody that they shouldn't, and we look like we're idiots with eggs on our face.
Gannon, you want to talk about being professional or professional courtesy and not looking like an idiot. You don't need us to make you guys look like an idiot. You do it on yourself.
We have people in our city that do this too, that do the auditing thing.
Right.
And their interactions with us vary depending on how they're feeling on any given day.
Right. De-escalation, man.
You don't have to lecture me on de-escalation. But given my experience with the two most popular people in our city, they're not as reasonable as you.
Right. And I would just say, one last thing, Sergeant, is that I understand that. I do. I sincerely do.
Yeah.
I've dealt with a lot of officers in my career that have been real dickheads and went hands-on and stuff like that. And I just said, just for the future, not trying to tell you to give a speech. I'm saying, I don't treat all officers like dicks just because I've ran into a couple of dicks.
Had that conversation many times. Just like I don't ask them to go out and treat people of specific racial origins or
people filming.
Gannon and the Schenectady PD and the mayor are hypocrites. They literally just said, we don't go around stereotyping people. Well, isn't that exactly what your executive order of the mayor and the Schenectady PD is enforcing? A stereotype? Because one person had a problem with a camera, and now they ban everybody from bringing a camera in, and on top of it, violate the Constitution? Hypocrites. Oath-breaking, shitbag hypocrites.
I think the other frustrating point is that while I'm at the desk trying to do my primary job, I'm getting immense calls from outside of the area about people who are watching what's happening, and they have no information about what it is, and they are drawing conclusions and tying up our resources, our time, my dispatch center. I get it, they're your following, and that's a frustrating thing that now we're dealing with.
Gannon, what the hell are you talking about? No information about what happened. You guys just arrested a journalist for investigating a corrupt mayor. You violated your oath. What's there not to understand? You swore an oath to the First Amendment, the right to free press, and you swore an oath to the right to redress their grievances to their government. The phone calls. You swore an oath to protect their right to do that. If you don't want the phone calls and you don't want the people to be pissed off at you, honor your oath, you shitbag, hypocrite, tyrant.
I just don't want my face on camera. I would prefer it not to be. I'm just going to copy.
And then there we got Sergeant William Gannon making $180,000 a year to violate his oath to the Constitution and cry, "I just don't want my face on camera." Well, too late now. Honor your oath and you wouldn't be, you tyrant.
I wanted to share with each and every one of you People v. Leonard, a New York State Court of Appeals case that I cited before I was arrested. In this particular case, the defendant was convicted of criminal trespassing at a state university open to the public in Binghamton, New York. When he appealed his conviction, the Court of Appeals stated, "When the public enjoys broad license to utilize certain property, state trespass laws may not be enforced solely to exclude persons from exercising First Amendment or other protected conduct in a manner consistent with the use of the property." The mayor, with his executive order, is utilizing the state trespass laws in order to violate a constitutional and statutory protected activity. The New York State Court of Appeals ends their decision with this: "There is no evidence in the record that would indicate that the order to remain off the property had a legitimate purpose rationally related to the power to maintain order on the campus, or that its enforcement in this case violated no independent right of the defendant. The people only suggest, and the trial court found, that because the president of SUNY Binghamton has the general power to exclude individuals from the campus, this and any other particular order would be deemed lawful without a showing of any reason underlying its issuance. In so finding, the trial court could not properly rely on a presumption that the president of SUNY Binghamton acted lawfully, as that would unconstitutionally shift the people's burden of proving the particular order was lawful. Accordingly, the order of the county court should be reversed, the conviction vacated, and the information dismissed." So basically, ladies and gentlemen, we need to substitute the president of SUNY Binghamton with the mayor of Schenectady. The mayor's executive order, which is basically a fancy policy, cannot utilize state trespass laws in order to violate a constitutionally or statutorily protected activity, which is exactly what it does. And the New York State Court of Appeals was very clear on this issue. The prosecutor would have to prove that the mayor's unconstitutional and unlawful policy doesn't violate the Constitution and doesn't violate any New York State statutes.
We live in a society now where people want to record how they discipline their child. People that might get mad with this video is the people that probably already embarrassed their child. You can discipline your child in their room. Take something away from them. If they act up, well, I'm like, son, you can't play the game.
I know you guys don't care because, you're just following orders.
That's exactly it. Ultimately, he's our boss. That's the order that he put on this building.
You pull the Constitution out of your pockets in here. Like that was supposed to prove something.
First Amendment, freedom of the press.
We have every right to film out here and there.
Your name is not Dan, Erie County.
This isn't Erie County.
Yeah.
Sure it is. I'm here as Dan, Erie County.
Legitimate? Maybe. Official? No.